This is another example of how Cypher can be integrated with external APIs and services instead of just being used internally, which is quite exciting. So I'll just take you through the app and we'll go through it together. So starting off with the contacts page, this is where a user would have all of their different contacts, all the numbers, whatever information they want to have. It could be their entire CRM system, which has a lot of information per contact. For us right now, it's just the names, the person, which ties to our internal database, the groups that they're in, as well as the messages that that person has sent to us. So I guess a more general overview first would be that the aim of this app is to be able to communicate with users via the WhatsApp Business API at scale, essentially. So those are our contacts. Moving on to actually messaging someone off of Cyphered, what we would do, we would go to the messaging tab. We would say send from. For us, we have a test number and a business number. That's just because we're in development mode, but in production, you would just have your business number. So say we wanted to send a message. Why not? We're going to pick a contact. Hey, Matt, I'm going to send you a message. You can choose from different types of messages. So we've got templates, which are predefined. We'll talk about these later, but they're predefined messages on WhatsApp that can have whatever text you provide, images, as well as quick buttons. So buttons that can take you to a link or just a quick reply. Custom messages, anything you want, images, documents, or locations. Something interesting about locations could be, event planning, where if you're planning an event, you want to tell people where it is, send them the exact location and say, be there. So let's send Matt a custom message. Say, hey, Matt, it's me. That's a little creepy, but we're going to send it anyway. Okay. Let us know, Matt, if it comes. Hopefully it does, but we'll move on. So moving on to broadcasting, this might be a more applicable use case for businesses, especially. So you can send to entire groups at one time. Obviously, it wouldn't be sending it in some kind of group chat where everyone has access to everyone that's in the group chat. It would be completely anonymous. So everyone would think that they got a message individually. So again, we would say send from our business. Send from our business. We would select a group. We have a few groups here, but we could create a group. So to create a group, we'd go into here. We would first have to name it. We could call it demo. Why not? And we're going to add Hamza. And we're going to add Matt. And we're going to create a group. So that would put them in that group. And you would only have to make the group one time. So it would just save to our list of groups. And now you can choose that demo group. And then we can send whatever message we want to do. Let's do a template and let's do just an invitation. And we would send that and it would send to everyone in that group at once, which is quite exciting. Moving on to the incoming messages. So this is our inbox where whoever messages either our test number or our business number, it would populate here. It tells you which ones, a total message count, how many haven't been responded to yet, how many have been responded to, and to respond to them. Okay, so this person, me, I asked, can you please tell me a bit about Cyphered? We would just click it, make a response. I'd say it's super cool. And then I could just send it to myself straight from the inbox, which is pretty handy. As for the templates, most of the time you can make templates in Facebook's business account. So the WhatsApp Business API is connected via Meta, so you have to go through Meta to get your bearer token, your access token, and setting up your business, as in the templates or getting your access token, all that happens through Facebook. So to set up a template, most of the time you'd have to go to Facebook Business and make your template, but now you can create a template directly from Cyphered. So you would just put in the template name, let's say click to, and we could say this would be the header of the template that you would send someone. So we could just call it something. Let's talk about it. And then in the body, you would write some information. I can't spell when there's pressure. Then in the footer, there would be more information. Sure. And then you can add some buttons at the bottom of the template. So it can be a quick reply button, or it could be a link to a website. And then you would just name this something like, yes, tell me more, or something like that. And then you can add more buttons to the bottom of the template. And then you would say create template. This would go off to Meta for approval, because that has to happen first. So this is just saying that, okay, we've got it, but now we're waiting on Meta to approve it. So once that happens, first it'll populate here as pending, and then once it's approved, it'll automatically update to approved. So now it's pending, and once Meta approves it or rejects it, it will automatically update. If it's approved, then it'll be added to your template list, so you can automatically start sending templates that have been approved to your customers or your contacts. Here's a backlog. Right now, this is just for Hamza and I, keeping us on track with things that we're trying to do. But in production, this would be a place for users to come in and raise tickets with us. So if there's a bug, if they want something fixed, if they have a question, they can put it here. We'd get notified, and we can come in and fix it. And then this is just a wiki. So a nice glossary of terms that might be useful to know. And then eventually this will be general information on how to use the app. As for just connecting with different systems in general, I think this is proof that it's not only possible, but quite accessible for users to do, considering that this only took Hamza and I, we've only been working on it for about a week. I'm pretty new. So I've only been working with Cyphered for about 4 weeks now. So I think it's a testament to the usability of the platform. But also, these kinds of connections can be made to say you can connect all of your social media to one interface on Cyphered. So you can connect to the Facebook Graph API or Instagram's API and run all of your social media campaigns from one place, which would be massive. And as for implementing AI or neurogenesis, it doesn't have those capabilities yet, but those are next on the horizon. So, I think there are a lot of use cases you could think of, like creating the messages using neurogenesis, obviously, generating them, as well as analyzing the responses that are coming back, say it's feedback, so we can see, maybe do some sentiment analysis on that and see what the customers are saying. Or optimizing our templates, so seeing which templates have gained the most traction, which ones are open the most frequently, which ones are interacted with the most, and then optimize the templates that way. But yeah, I think there are all kinds of ways that something like this can be connected to so many different systems. WhatsApp provides not just templates, but they also provide things called flows. So you can send out a flow to a customer or a client that you can open it up and provide or complete a task right within the WhatsApp message itself. So say it's like you were saying, rate this demo, or it could be create an appointment or book a table, anything. You can have it right at the start, and then you can get the different answers, the different fields that the user put into that flow and bring them back into Cyphered. That's something we're going to look at next. And then just populating a data collection with that information. And that's coming up in the near future. Luckily, Cyphered in the flows, they have you can trigger it on a schedule. So you could say, run this flow at this time, this date, or however many hours apart, and that flow would automatically run. And the way that these messages are being sent is just through a flow, which sends a post API call. So yeah, you could schedule whatever you wanted to schedule. Companies can schedule a massive campaign if they wanted to, or if, say, you're an events company, you could, a week before every event, even though you have a bunch of events going on, you could make sure that you're sending that message to the right people at the right time to constantly keep them up to date on what's going on.
Subscribe for more Smarter BI content, or contact us at info@differentia.consulting so we can tailor smarter BI solutions to your specific requirements. Thanks for watching and stay smart.